Hello and welcome to the Voice of TOD. I'm Tom, and in this video we're going to take a look at the latest news for Baldur's Gate 3. Well, it's more Baldur's Gate 3 on Xbox, but hey, it's Baldur's Gate 3. So if you've been following along on TOD Plays Games, I've been playing quite a lot of Baldur's Gate 3 since it launched on the PC. It is an incredible turn-based RPG. It's not even turn-based, it's like a fluid merging of everything I love about that genre. It's a shining example of a video game done right, to me. And I think a lot of other people as well. I mean, video game devs have a problem with it, but we're not here to talk about that. What I want to talk about is Baldur's Gate 3 coming to the Xbox platform. So, we're over here on Tech Radar. Baldur's Gate 3 will launch on Xbox in 2023 after all, Larian Boss confirms. Let's get into the article anyway, because hopefully this will explain everything better than I can. Amazing news for RPG fans on Xbox who probably patiently waiting for the release of Baldur's Gate 3. Larian studio boss Sven Vincke has confirmed the title will be launching on Xbox Series X and S this year. Vincke tweeted this afternoon, so this is Thursday at time recording, super happy to confirm after meeting with Phil Spencer yesterday, we found a solution that allows us to bring Baldur's Gate 3 to Xbox players this year still, something we've been working towards for quite some time. All improvements will be there and split-screen co-op on Series X. Series S will not feature split-screen co-op, but will also include cross-save progression between Steam and Xbox Series. Good. Obviously not PlayStation. I'm guessing that would be a talk between PlayStation and Xbox. But the cross-save thing is huge. Absolutely huge. Also, Baldur's Gate 3 is on the Steam Deck, so if you want to play on your Xbox, then pick up your Steam Deck and go for a walk outside. Play games, obviously. That's cool. That's really cool. And yeah, more games need to take this approach and scrap the S for some features to make everything smoother. Larian Studios had previously made it known that trying to get split-screen co-op feature working on the Xbox Series S was holding back the release on the two consoles. Referred to this issue back in July, Michael Dowse, Larian Studios' Director of Publishing, tweeted, "We've said multiple times in the past, the issue is getting split screen working on the S, which is taking more time but is in progress. It's a huge technical hurdle, but we are unable to release the game on the ecosystem without this feature." So there's been some argument about that actual quote. Phil is saying it's a developer's choice. Larian obviously want to release the game in their vision. They've spent so long working on it. It should be how they want it. I would tend to lean towards Larian than Xbox in this instance, very oddly. Far from being exclusive, we have no exclusivity deal that prevents us from launching on Xbox. The issue is a technical hurdle. We cannot remove the split screen feature because we're obliged to launch that with feature parity, and so continue to try and make it work, he continued. Feature parity. Does a Switch have the same feature parity as Series X and a PlayStation 5? This isn't launching on Switch, this is a hypothetical question. Does Call of Duty, does The Witcher 3, right? The Witcher 3 released on the Switch. Does it run and play exactly the same way as something more powerful? Of course it doesn't. Does a low-end PC play Baldur's Gate 3 the same way that a high-end PC does? You are never going to have feature parity. Which is a real shame. And it takes away from Larian's vision. And that's not good. But because Xbox wanted to have two consoles, Xbox is going to have to accept that they need to maybe support developers with getting things working on the lesser one. I don't understand it. I don't understand Xbox on this. Interestingly, removing the feature is exactly what the developers have ended up doing. It's not clear what's changed there, or whether that may represent the solution Vincke refers to, perhaps. Given that DAOs previously told fans to expect an update by the end of the year, many have been under the impression that the title might not get released until 2024, so this latest development will certainly be a welcome surprise to some, perhaps not those looking forward to co-op feature on Series S though. At the time of writing, Vinky hasn't given any indication when Baldur's Gate 3 will land on Series XS, so we'll keep our eyes peeled for further updates. Look, I'm going to be really honest with you. Xbox, I mean, you know how if you've seen the videos, you know how I feel about Halo and all of the things that they've cut, the promises that they've broken, the development that they've just wasted for Infinite and Halo 5. To be fair, for the last 10 years, 343, under the guise of Xbox, have really hurt that franchise. But Larian aren't that. Larian have made this game. This game is a massive passion project for them. If they turn around and said it's not releasing on Xbox at all, because we want it to release with split screen, but we're not allowed to release it with split screen on the X because it has to go onto the S as well, I'm going to side with Larian and say, alright, don't release it. This whole saga, and Phil, I actually saw an interview with Destin from IGN. Really good interview with Phil. He asked him on quite acquisition and quite a few other things. Specifically called him out on Baldur's Gate 3. And he said that something along the lines of, you know, does it hurt the brand, basically? Does not having the best reviewed game of this year hurt the Xbox brand because one of the features won't work on the lesser console? That's me wording it. That's not how he worded it at all. That's not. I don't think that's even his question in the end. But Phil's attitude was basically, yes, we don't have to have the same features on both consoles. That's not something we enforce. I love you, Phil. Honestly, I'm calling a little bit of bullshit on that. Because I think up until now, Xbox have tried to force everything to play the same way on both consoles. That's why the X isn't quite as polished. We're not getting Starfield at 60 frames on the X because they can't do it on the S. It would maybe take more development to get it to do that on the X, but because that feature won't be available on the S, Xbox aren't going to let them do it. Now maybe they will. Maybe this has been a tough lesson for Xbox to learn that they have two machines, service two different markets, and they actually need to operate them as two different machines. You build your game for the Series X, you get all the bells and whistles on it, you get it locked in at 60 frames per second, and then you spend the next few months, next 12 months, whatever, dialing everything down so that it runs on an S. That's how this should be. The X is the premium platform. The X is the... I use the term with as much tongue-in-cheekness as possible. But the X is the hardcore gamer. The people who want a console to play the new top-end games that can't afford a PC. Or that don't want a PC. The S is a little streaming box for people who dabble. Or for your kid because they want a console in their bedroom. Or maybe you're not that bothered. You like what's on Game Pass. You don't need all singing, all dancing, 4K 60. You're not interested in that. You just want to play games and enjoy them. The S is a great little machine. But it shouldn't be. And it feels like it's holding certain elements of games back on the X because Xbox have been saying it needs to be the same. Hopefully, this experience, this fumble, let's say, has actually caused Xbox to rethink that strategy. And moving into 2024 and onwards, the X is really going to start taking shape as an exceptionally powerful console. Who knows what's going to happen? The main thing is Baldur's Gate 3 will launch on Xbox this year. And the more people that can play Baldur's Gate 3, the better the world is, because I adore that game. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you all in the next one.